What is up, guys? I am Skull Ripper, and welcome to my Tomb Raider review. Now, a couple weeks ago, I actually just completed the game. Actually, my first Let's Play I actually completed. So I'm actually super excited about that out of the many I have to complete. But yeah, I'm definitely excited to do a review on this. I definitely wanted to talk about it. I'm going to be doing this for most of my Let's Plays that I do complete. Not all of them, but ones that I actually care about and actually like really want to go in depth and talk about it. But yeah, I'm a big fan of Tomb Raider. I've grown up with Tomb Raider. The first console I owned, my parents got me a PlayStation, and it came with 3 games, which was a fighting game, a first-person shooter, and Tomb Raider. And my mom actually picked out Tomb Raider because it actually looked interesting to her, and she's all into the Egypt thing and all that stuff. So she got that game, and that kind of set me forward to what I play now. She was a big fan of Tomb Raider. I remember back when I was a kid, I would be plopped in front of the TV, and she would go out her way to get the strategy guides. And one thing she liked to do was always get the secrets and everything. She would love to. She always made sure I had to get the secrets and all that stuff. And unfortunately, she is not here with us today. She passed away in 2009. But I guarantee if she was still around today, she would definitely approve of the new reborn Tomb Raider.
I gotta get out of this. What is this place? Oh God, Steph. Need to find a way out.
No one escapes. Out. Finish it! I always find her. Kill them all!
One thing I just wanted to say before I get on with this, I just wanted to say there will be spoilers. This review is going to have spoilers because I'm going to be talking about what my experiences were in my Let's Play. So there will be spoilers. If you haven't seen my Let's Play yet, definitely click this link right here. Go to it. Also, it's in the description. Go check it out. Play all. It'll play all my videos. And go check out my Let's Play before you watch this. Or say if you just don't want any spoilers and you're thinking of buying it, definitely click off because I'm going to be talking a lot of stuff. I'm going to be talking about the story and all that. So just letting you know. So before I get into the review, I actually wanted to talk about the beginning. Right when you buy the game, you actually get a comic that comes with it. And it's actually this, Tomb Raider, The Beginning. Hopefully you guys can see that. There you go. But yeah, Tomb Raider, The Beginning. And definitely explains basically the beginning. It explains how the Endurance crew got on the boat, and it pretty much, I'm going to go over it real quick. I'm not going to spend too long on this. So it starts off with Dr. Whitman, and the producer wants a season 3, so he gives him the okay, and Dr. Whitman sets up a crew, which he picks the crew in the Endurance, and pretty much he goes through an interview process, with all each crew members. And first off, he meets all of them. Right off the bat, Sam is infatuated with the cameras. So she loves cameras and all that, which makes sense because in the video game she's always recording the footage and all that, which I'll get back to later. And then it goes to Roth and Grimm, where their interview process is pretty much going through adventures they used to go through, how like it all went to hell, a shootout and all that stuff, which is pretty cool because it kind of sets up some of the characters and why they're here and how they're friends and stuff like that. After the interview process of Roth and Grimm, the ship goes haywire. Something happens to the engine, so Roth is tasked to actually call Reyes. And Reyes is pretty much like the engineer of the ship. She likes to fix things and all that. And in the interview process, it goes with her where she used to be a cop. And when she was on duty, her partner got killed by some gang. And after that, she took revenge and actually killed the gang, but then turned in her badge. And that's why she's a mechanic now, because she liked to fix cars. She retired and started doing that. And Reyes has a kid, and the kid is fatherless, but later in the game you kind of figure out that Roth is the dad of that kid. But Reyes feels like, he's not ready to be a parent, which is kind of fucked up in a way. But if he's always out on the boat, it kind of makes sense. And Roth and Reyes actually met in a bar. They actually like had a fight or something like that, and she didn't want anything to do with it, so that's how they met. And pretty much after all the interviews that go on, the producer calls Whitman and says, we're pulling the plug on season 3, and we're not funding it. So he's pretty much pissed off, and they don't know what to do. So Dr. Whitman goes back to his house, and then all of a sudden his wife is divorcing him. The wife takes everything except for like some little relic that Dr. Whitman wants to sell for money, and he tries to go sell it to some gang, and they pretty much take it, and and it goes haywire. And then Jonah, which is also part of the Endurance crew, he saves his ass, and it doesn't really go too much into Jonah story, which I was kind of disappointed in. I wanted to know more about Jonah because he was one of my favorite characters in the game. I actually felt really close to him than anyone else in the game, well, besides Roth. But Jonah saves his ass, and so now they're all screwed. So what Sam does, she calls up her dad, and actually the dad funds the whole process and all that, and actually gets her a camera so she can record. And there's a part I totally forgot, but where the dad wanted to come with them, but Sam was like, no, blah blah blah. I don't remember what happened, but yeah, so that's what happened. So now the funding is all towards the crew, and they're all good to go. And then right at the last minute, Alex shows up, which is like the tech of the crew, computer whiz guy. And he shows up. Basically, he's running from the FBI because he hacked into their data mainframe or something like that. So he's a hacker, and he got in trouble, and now he's running, and he needs a place to hide. So he hides on the Endurance, which I thought was pretty funny. And then after that, that sets up the comic book right there, which is the beginning. And then we start off right with the game.
A famous explorer once said that the extraordinary is in what we do, not who we are. I'd finally set out to make my mark, to find adventure. But instead, adventure found me. In our darkest moments, when life flashes before us, we find something.
Now, right off the bat, you're getting fucked up. I'm not kidding. You're on the boat, and she's getting thrashed around, and the boat is pretty much split in half, and pretty much you're just left in the dark. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And you end up on an island, and you get punched out. Everyone's in disarray, dismantled, and you pretty much end up on an island that is messed up. Pretty much, it kind of reminds me of like a Bermuda Triangle type of thing, but not. Kind of not. It's more crazy than that. Now, right off the bat, you were in a cave and you're hanging upside down, and pretty much sets the mood of the game. You're pretty much in this cave, and it's just some weird shit going on. There's dead bodies everywhere. There's skeletons everywhere. You don't know what the hell's going on. And right off the bat, she gets skewered, and it's just like one of those moments where you're just like, oh, shit. So then that's when the gameplay starts. It pretty much starts off with like a tutorial kind of thing. And I gotta say, the movement is really fluent. It almost feels real. Like, say if you brush up against a wall, she'll put her hand on it. Or even the combat, even with the aiming, she'll tilt like to side. Really cool. I like how they did that. The cover system's really easy. It's not like a one button where you press it and it goes into cover. No, if you're crouching and you're near something, it'll automatically crouch, which I kind of like. And also it makes it realistic because when she's holding the torch or going through like small crawl spaces, like the gameplay wasn't like restricted by camera. You can move the camera wherever you want, but when you got in those tight places, you really felt like, she was scared. You can see her facial expressions. You can see the dirt on her face, which I thought was amazing. And the torch, which was crazy, when she's going in, you can see the torch on the ceiling. I thought that was really cool. So Lara Croft definitely moves more fluid in most of the games. And in all the other games, it was kind of clunky. All you had was like a roll, like a dodge, and a jump. And pretty much you were just jumping the whole time with your double pistols and taking everything out. Which was okay, but it was kind of boring after a while because you know what to expect. In this, with the gameplay, you're in cover and like shit's breaking all around you. There's bottles, there's destructible debris all around. I mean, it is crazy. And another thing I noticed, kind of in the details, but how she kind of shivers when she's cold, which I thought was pretty cool because I've never seen that before in a video game, where she's like kind of by the fire and she's like shivering and like you can actually see her shaking, the breath coming out. I thought that was actually really cool. I don't know why. I'm not sure if I'm not the only one that noticed it, but yeah, she's shivering and her mouth is moving. I'm just like, what is going on here? And I thought that was really cool.
Is anyone listening? Please respond.
So pretty much you're alone throughout this, pretty much the whole game. And you're alone and you're trying to figure out what's going on. There's some weird shit going on in this island. There's crazy totems hanging from trees. There's dead bodies everywhere. And then finally you get a bow. Now I gotta say, I think the bow is my most favorite weapon of all the weapons because it's a stealthy kill, it's easy to use, and it's very accurate. And later on in the game, you can upgrade your bow to be more accurate, more precise, more faster shooting. And the other weapons were cool, but I almost kind of felt like I was cheating. You get other weapons during the game, which you get a shotgun, a pistol, and an AK-47. And pretty much the pistol is just a standard pistol, and then you get a shotgun when it actually comes in handy in actually future levels. You know, you're pretty much going through the levels, and you don't know how to get through this certain door. And you're like, how do I get through there? And then it all makes sense. Once you get the shotgun, you just blast the door, and that really makes up for a great gameplay because it makes you want to go back to the previous levels and what you missed. Now, the AK-47, I gotta say, is pretty much overpowered. You can use it for anything, and basically, it's a long-range weapon, but also when you upgrade it, it turns into like a massive killing machine, which it has like a grenade launcher. I'm like, oh my god. I think it is awesome to use, but I almost kind of felt like I was cheating while using it, you know. Now, the story of Tomb Raider Reborn was written by Rihanna Strachet. Oh my god, I know it's Rihanna. Sorry if I fucked up that name, but she's British. I don't know why. She's actually kind of sexy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, Well, then again, all British actresses are sexy. You know, their voices. I just hear them talk, and I'm just like, oh my god.
I've been to Stockholm a couple of times in the past because I worked with DICE on Mirror's Edge, but it's never been quite this snowy before, so I'm impressed. It's like it snowed just for us.
You mentioned Mirror's Edge there, and you've been the writer of other games as well as Overlord, Heavenly Sword, right?
Yeah, that's right. Overlord and Overlord 2, and Viking, Risen, all sorts of games.
But yeah, the story, it sets up, you know, you're on the Endurance and you're trying to find your crew. And while you're playing, it definitely is a weird island. You don't know what's going on. All you see is broken ships all over the place, all wrecked. You see planes, helicopters you got helicopters from World War II, you got ships from World War II, you got Viking ships, you got like Attila the Hun ships. I mean, something's been going on for hundreds and thousands of years. So pretty much you're kind of like, what the hell's going on? And every time someone attempts to flee the island, a storm comes, something happens, wrecks the ship or wrecks the helicopter, and you're like, what the fuck? And basically it sets up for the Sun Queen is actually controlling everything. And then you got these crazies on the island, which are like hunter scavengers that's been living on this island, pretty much got stuck the same way you did, but are just trying to survive. And you got the main villain, which is Matthias, which is crazy, hell-bent on getting off the island as well. But he is hell-bent to like help the Sun Queen, to revive the Sun Queen, get her in her natural form. So that's why he needs an actual human being form, like a descendant of the Yamatai clan. So that's what his basic purpose is.
They're on their way.
Look, he bandaged my foot.
Oh, it was the least I could do. My manners. I'm sorry, I'm Matthias. A teacher by trade. Not really cut out for island life, I'm afraid.
So as you're going through this game, you know, there's a bunch of crazies you have to look out for. Definitely one thing I was kind of a little bit disappointed on is, you know, the lack of creatures and animals you can go up against. Yeah, there was, you know, wolves and stuff, and there was boars, but I felt like they needed more creatures, like more animals, because all the Tomb Raiders, you know, you have animals like tigers and gorillas coming at you. I felt like I wish I would have saw more of that. You know, say have the boars attack you or something like that. Have more suspenseful surprises like that, where I'm killing creatures and all that. But yeah, basically the whole game you're pretty much going up against these crazies. Now going back to the characters, if you didn't read the comic book, it will be a little overwhelming. I mean, at least for me, it was overwhelming when I played the game. Because you're set up with all these characters and you don't know who any of them are, what are they, what are their relationships to each other. So it is kind of overwhelming to like meet this crew and you don't know what the hell is going on. And pretty much the further you go along, you get to know some of the characters. And I think one character that actually stands out is Roth, because that's actually like the mentor. You know, Lara Croft is like the prodigy, you know, and Roth knew her father. So pretty much Roth is like a father figure to Lara. And pretty much all Lara Croft, she always has kind of like a father figure. You never see the dad anyway. I mean, you never really see the dad in any of the Tomb Raider games. They always kind of talk about him and like he was a great guy and all that stuff. But you always have that mentor guy. And that's what Roth was. Kind of like the voice of reason, telling you you can do it. She's remembering all these training things that she went through, that, you know, that she can do it and all that stuff.
If Yamatai was somewhere in the triangle itself.
Look, this is the satellite imagery from inside the Dragon's Triangle.
That doesn't look good.
If it's wet, I can sail on it.
Oh, don't tell me you're seriously
Reyes is right. We don't have the funds to piss about. It's now or never. Lara's offering fresh ideas and a plan. I'm the captain here. It's my decision. We're going into the Dragon's Triangle.
Why am I even here?
So Roth was actually one of the characters you actually kind of liked, and when the part came when he died, it was kind of like a sad moment because you're just like, oh my god, like he took a bullet for her, and that was nuts.
I can't do this without you.
I'm sorry, Lara. I'm sorry.
And I didn't really feel kind of tight with Grimm. He was kind of like the old pissed off dude of the crew, you know. It was his ship, you know. I didn't really feel kind of an attachment to him. He was just kind of a guy that just lingered in the background.
Don't fucking do it!
Okay!
That's nothing, pal. I grew up in Glasgow. Now kick them off the edge!
Also with Alex, he was kind of a character that was just thrown in, kind of because I guess you gotta have your tech character in there. You know, all the Tomb Raiders have their tech character in there and stuff like that. Kind of like a sidekick kind of guy that knows computers and stuff like that. But I felt like he was kind of just thrown together and just kind of just plopped in there. And you know, it kind of sucked when he dies because, you know, he's trying to prove himself to Lara, and you can kind of tell he has a crush on Lara. I mean, come on, who doesn't? She's fucking beautiful. But yeah, he definitely has a crush on Lara and kind of wants to prove himself to the group that he can actually do something. And in the end, it doesn't work out for him. But I got to say, he's a lucky bastard because he gets a kiss from Lara. And yeah, thumbs up to you, Alex.
Now!
Now Reyes, pretty much from the very beginning, she's just pissed off at everything. She didn't want to be on the boat in the first place. And then she's pretty much pissed off at Lara because Lara is the one that told everyone that she wants to search this island for, treasures and all this stuff. And all of a sudden, hell broke loose and everyone is being killed. So she's really pissed off, which is understandable. She's one of those characters that are just pissed off, wants to get off the fucking island. And she's also pissed off when Roth dies because she loved Roth. And, now she's, she has a daughter. She has to take care of him by herself. I mean, even though she was doing that already, but at the same time, she lost Roth. And so that kind of sucked for Reyes. But Reyes comes back around in the game and kind of apologizes to Lara, and Lara gets them out of there.
Seems anyone caught with you has a pretty low survival rate.
Reyes,
Better keep your distance then.
let's just eat, okay? Those bastards went quiet, but it doesn't mean they're gonna stay that way. If I'm going to die in this place, I'm not gonna do it hungry.
Now, Jonah definitely doesn't have no backstory. But it was actually one of my favorite characters, because Jonah is kind of like that character that just stands in the background, kind of like that big brother figure. He's just kind of going there, has little nicknames for Lara Croft, Little Bird. I thought that was pretty cool. He's pretty much the muscle of the group, but there's no really backstory of why he was on the crew, what he's doing there. So not really much backstory to that. And Dr. Whitman, we all know Dr. Whitman, pretty much the asshole of the group. Is just greedy, wants to get his show done, make money, and be famous. That's all there is to it for Dr. Whitman. He's just an asshole and will do anything to backstab everyone, which he does. But definitely Dr. Whitman definitely gets his own in this game. Backstabbing Lara Croft, and then he tries to go up to the samurai dudes and he just gets his ass sliced.
Your queen. What is it, Japanese? Your Joe.
Now Sam, I'm a little confused on because I didn't really feel, now in the game you're pretty much, she's getting captured all the time, which is kind of stupid in itself, but she's always getting captured and you're always having to save her from Matthias, and then at the end game you have to save her, but in my opinion it didn't really I never really felt a connection to Sam. I don't know, I'm not sure if because I'm a guy. Maybe it would have looked different if maybe, I was playing a guy character and my best friend was captured. Maybe it would be different. Maybe it's like a girl thing, a girl code, but I felt like Sam was just kind of a thrown together character, kind of like that quirky, goofy friend, which I didn't really have a connection to, and I didn't really care about saving her. It was just kind of a chore to me. Now in the game, Sam always is with the camera recording and all that. Pretty much Lara picks up a camera and she's looking through these past videos, which I kind of wanted more of that. I wanted more of the cameras, more of the backstory to all these characters, because some characters I didn't feel a connection at all to, like Sam. I don't know if it was just me. I think I was just thinking with my dick more than my brain, but I thought Sam, it kind of seemed like Sam was kind of into Lara Croft. That's what it kind of looked like. But if I were Sam, I would have been totally hitting on Lara. I would have straight went lesbian just to be with Lara. Come on. You ladies, come on. You can probably agree. Fucking Lara's beautiful. Hello. Yeah, I definitely want to talk about the Lara Croft, the new Lara Croft, and what she is all about. Now, we are here with a young 21-year-old Lara Croft. So kind of young, new, is not really the adventurous type that we knew from previous Tomb Raiders. Past Tomb Raiders were just like run and gun. I'm a busty female. I'm sexy. I know it. I kick ass. This is not this Lara Croft. This is a Lara Croft that goes through some shit. This is a Lara Croft that is growing as a person throughout this whole game, and she changes. She definitely changes from when you begin and when you end. This is more of a realistic Lara Croft than anything. She has a body, but you can definitely tell that's like a workout body. She works out, she climbs, she does a lot of things, a lot of athletics. She's not buff as fuck, but she's perfect, in the body range, and also her face is super cute too. I don't know, I just fell in love with it, and I gotta give big props to the actress and voice actress that did Lara Croft. She is also beautiful. I'm just like, oh my god, mad crush on this chick. She is super cute. She is the one that did all the motion capture for the Tomb Raider. And she also did the voice, all the emotional scenes and stuff like that. I'm in love with that chick. She is super hot. I'm just like, which one's hotter, Lara Croft? But then, the actress is real, so I'm just like, yeah, I'm weird like that.
My name is Camilla Luddington. I'm a British actress living in Los Angeles. I am the voice and character of Lara Croft, the British heroine. When I was first approached for it, I really felt overwhelmed at the honor of playing an icon like Lara Croft. I think I screamed in my car, actually, when I heard that I got the role.
She has a roller coaster of emotions that she goes through. Losing friends, losing best friends, losing a father figure, and then pretty much kind of losing her sanity at the same time. One of the biggest scenes in the Tomb Raider was when that scene where she almost gets raped. And I know there was a lot of controversy about it, like, oh, you shouldn't have put that in there. There was no need for that. I felt there was a need for that because this is a young Lara Croft. You need to have those type of things. I mean, not do full-on rape scenes. Hell no. That's just stupid. But, kind of what they did was perfect, I mean, you're stuck on an island with a bunch of crazy dudes, and you see Lara Croft. I mean, hello. These guys are in that situation, all they want to do is just rape. Rape and kill. They're going to do anything. These guys are nuts. And that rape scene kind of like set up Lara Croft, It was like a rape scene, and she's fighting back, It made her look very vulnerable in that moment, and that's what they were trying to get as. A lot of people were complaining about, oh, that was stupid. That should have been put in there. That's not Lara Croft. She's supposed to be a badass. This is not the old Lara Croft. This is a new Lara Croft. This is pretty much a kid trying to survive on her own, almost getting raped, and her first kill was like almost being raped, and she killed the dude, and pretty much she's going through all these emotions. She just killed the dude. She almost got raped. She's losing friends. She's on this island. I mean, just imagine if you were in that situation. It is a pretty fucked up situation. As the game progresses, she also gets more experienced, where she starts to not give a fuck. Pretty much in the beginning, you don't know where you're at. This island is crazy. These dudes are crazy, and pretty much you're scared for your life. You're hiding, you're ducking, and they're just taunting you and just trying to scare you, which, they do. But as the game progresses, the tables turn. As Lara Croft starts to know this island and has experience killing all these people, she starts to become the opposite. And the guys start to become scared. And Lara Croft doesn't become scared. The tables definitely turn on that end, because it's crazy to see Lara Croft in the beginning, how she's scared, doesn't know what to do. Every time she kills a person, you can hear her say, oh my God, what did I just do? Or some other saying, to when further you go on, she's like, I'm going to kill you fucking bastards. And the guys are the ones that are like, holy shit, she's here. And they're running, which I thought was pretty cool. Kind of like a character development thing, which I thought was perfect. Another thing I actually wanted to go into was the tombs. I was kind of disappointed in the tombs, to be honest. I've played all the Tomb Raiders. I've played all of them, and I know what tombs are. But these were okay, not the greatest, but I can see where they're going with it with a casual gamer. This is a reboot of the franchise, so I know what they're kind of going for, but I was kind of expecting more grander tombs, Altogether, there's about 7 tombs, and I just felt like they were kind of small. It was just like one room. You just had to figure it out. Now, of course, I suck at puzzles. I take a long time to do them anyway. But I just felt like I was kind of expecting more grander tombs, big rooms, big caverns, maybe multi-layered ones like the other Tomb Raiders, where you're just going through layers and layers, timing, going to that place, going to this place. But that wasn't the case in this one. It was just kind of a one room, one switch type of thing. You got to figure out what to do. They were okay. I was kind of disappointed in the ending. I was kind of expecting more of a bigger fight. You do have a fight with the big samurai dude, wielding that big ass club and shit. But kind of disappointed in that. That was a cool fight in its own. Kind of gay how he kind of went out. I was expecting more, maybe more, stages of fighting him and something like that. And then it goes to like where you're fighting Matthias. And, this whole game is surrounded by Matthias, where Matthias is just crazy, and it's just kind of like cutscenes, you know, tap this here, which I'm okay with, like, you know, I'm okay with the quick time events. But I felt like, you know, you needed more. I guess it wouldn't have been a fair fight because you have all these weapons and he just has a pistol. But there's this iconic moment when you're fighting him where, you know, he drops his pistol and you have your pistol and she picks up both pistols, and it's just that iconic moment where she's holding both pistols. The classic Lara Croft. I love how they did that, where they just went original and like kind of throwing back to the old Lara Croft and mixing it in with the new Lara Croft. I thought that was super awesome. So in the end, pretty much Lara saves the day. She saves Sam. She didn't get turned into the Sun Queen. And then all of a sudden the island opens up. You know, the sun comes through. Everything is great and dandy. And it kind of sets it up where they might be making a sequel. I mean, they'd be stupid not to make a sequel to this game. Because it definitely set it up where now Lara Croft is who she needs to be. And now she wants to figure out, you know, some of her father, more of her father, and keep going on. And they set it up perfect for a definite sequel, which I hope they do. Would definitely be looking forward to that, and I would definitely be doing a Let's Play on it. You can definitely count on that. So I definitely got to give it to Crystal Dynamics to making an amazing game. This game was absolutely mind-blowing. It was like playing through a movie. My experience with it was just like jaw-dropping, you know, suspenseful scenes. I mean, everything is going crazy in this game, from like tumbling down. You know, poor Lara Croft is getting thrown like a rag doll. You're just like, oh my God, you would never live through that in real life, you know. And so I'm definitely hoping for another sequel of Lara Croft. They set it up perfectly for a new one. I hope they do, because I know I'll buy it, and I'm pretty sure you guys are going to buy it. If you guys are still thinking of maybe you should buy this game or maybe not, no, don't think about it. Pick it up. You know, save your pennies. Pick it up. Even if you see my Let's Play or you see other Let's Plays, reviews about it, no, like, this doesn't do it justice at all. You actually have to play. You have to experience the moment when you're playing it. It's totally different, you know, every time. And there's definitely replayability in the video game. Definitely you can go back and pick up the secrets. You know, once you complete the game, you can go back and it sets you off to where you can go to each location and get your secrets again, which I thought was pretty cool. And also there's different difficulty levels you can play it on, so definitely want to do a harder difficulty. That would be pretty cool. So one thing I just wanted to say, I just want to thank all my subscribers and all the people who watch my Let's Play, all the people who thumbs up my videos. Definitely thank you very much for watching and commenting. It was definitely an experience. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Definitely go check it out if you haven't seen it. But yeah, guys, that's my Tomb Raider review. I am definitely going to give it a 9 out of 10 because this was a really great game. It was like playing a movie, and I can't wait for the next one, to be honest. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I wanted to talk about this review. And yeah, I'm Skull Ripper, and I'm out. Late.
Reaching for